I'm not that fast of a reader, so I want to challenge myself and see if I can finish a book in one day. And that book today is going to be We Do Not Part. Last time I did this, I was reading The Giver, which is a little bit over 200 pages. We Do Not Part is almost 400 pages, which is a big step up, but I do have the audiobook and it's supposed to take 8 hours, and I usually take it a little bit faster than an audiobook. So I'm hoping that since it is 11 a.m. I will have enough time in the day to actually finish this book today, but obviously I don't know because I also have to cook today and clean and just do stuff that is not reading, so that's why this is a challenge. I'm still battling with my stomach problems, so I need to make a snack because I'm getting hungry again. Though I ate breakfast at 8 a.m., I need a snack, so I'm gonna make a smoothie. But I've never read anything by Han Kang before, but I have been meaning to for a while. She is an author that I want to dive deeper into because I've heard amazing things about her. This is definitely going to be a little bit of a more serious read, but I have been reading a less serious book right now, so I think the combination of both of them is going to be good. It's in another gloomy day outside, so I think this book is going to be perfect. It's kind of a historical fiction. I think it takes place in South Korea. I'm not sure. I don't know much about this book, but I'm ready to dive in, so let's start. I can already tell I'm going to like this book. It's written so well. I love the language this is in. It flows so easily, and this might be an unpopular opinion, but I love when words on the pages are a bit bigger. It just makes it that much easier to read. The beginning of the novel and the character herself are already so interesting. Wow, with a hint of mystery, but like it's like we're in on it, but we don't really know what's happening. In the first chapter, we begin with a sequence of dreams and also interweaving it with the present, but all of it is kind of shrouded in this mystery, kind of shrouded in the uncertainty of what is real, what is fake. It's kind of like the character is going through something very visceral. So her dreams and her reality kind of start to merge together, and that's why the story is such a non-linear story. But our main character is a writer who is living in Seoul and struggling with nightmares following the book that she wrote about a genocide, I'm pretty sure. We don't really know what exactly the book was, only that it dealt with a lot of death, a lot of catastrophe, and just very gruesome storylines. She gets so worked up in her own mind, and she's starting to exhibit signs of some illness that has her having headaches and stomach spasms, that she thinks that she's starting to die. So she starts to write a will, but then she realizes that she doesn't know who to address the will to because she doesn't have many friends and she doesn't have any family. So she kind of starts thinking about who to address this will to. And then in early autumn, she's contacted by one of her friends from early days of journalism and is asked to see her immediately. And that's when she finds out that one of her friends is in the hospital. She rushes straight there to visit her and find out what it's about and why she needs to be there that quickly. And turns out that the friend suffered a carpentry accident where her fingers were cut off, and now she has to spend 3 weeks in the hospital where they inject her fingers with needles to reopen the wounds on her fingers so that the fingertips don't rot. So every 3 minutes she has to get that done, and it's really bad. But the friend asks her to go to her village in Jeju, which is a very secluded island in Korea, to feed her bird and take care of the bird for the next 3 weeks because she can't do anything. She has to stay in the hospital and the bird will die if no one goes to care for them. So our character goes on this journey, and while this journey is happening, we have a lot of reminiscing to when she first met the friend, what the friend has been through. And I feel like it's such a deep story about connecting to yourself and to your past, to your struggles. I can't even express how good this book is, but I have just ate my lunch, so I am finally able to kind of lock in and read, listen non-stop for a while. So I thought this would be the perfect time to continue with my half stitching, which I started in one of my previous videos, and do at least one square while I'm listening, because I am now on page 130. So it's the perfect moment to kind of lock in and just do something with my hands while I'm listening, because I really like to do that. I don't know what design I'm gonna pick just yet, but I think I might do the cherries because I'm a very big cherry girl. As we get deeper and deeper into the novel, that's where the historical fiction part of this book comes in quite heavily. We start to explore the history, and it's based on true events of the massacre on Jeju Island, which I have to say, it's just absolutely horrifying, tragic, and I think this book really explores how the memory of it is very hard to pass down to the generations, because it would have been so concealed, and we're just going through these memories, passing through the mother to the daughter and evaluating what it was like and what actually happened, kind of exploring those events as they happened, and we're floating from reality to dreamscape and from past and present. It's very closely entangled, so it's very easy to get lost. I love being a little bit confused and submit myself to a book. It just feels like this is the only thing that exists right now. I'm just someone that really likes that aspect of reading. I am now 60 pages from finishing this book, and it's 5:26 p.m. So I'm definitely finishing it today, but whoa. I did finish the square with the cherry. I think it took me around 2.5 hours. I don't really know, because I finished eating lunch, I think probably around 2:30. So if it's now 3:30, but I have been reading for a while, not half stitching. So I mean, I really like how it came out, and I'm starting to see how the pattern is going to turn out soon. So it's got me really excited to keep going and going and going with this, so I can finally finish this piece. I don't know if it was a good or bad choice that I read this in summer, because this book takes place in winter. It takes place in a big snowstorm where our main character is kind of trapped on Jeju Island in the snowy landscape, and we have a lot of reflections and metaphors surrounding the weather and snow specifically. It is one of the driving forces of this novel, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. We are confronting unspeakable horrors that happened on on Jeju Island, exploring it with just raw emotions. And although we are diving deep into these unspeakable acts, really, this book is much more about the people that are left, that the emotion that has been felt by the people affected surrounding the victims, not the actual victims themselves, how they had to deal with life after the massacre, and how it affected their memories, how it affected their lives into passing their memories and heritage and their identities. This is a book full of raw emotion with reflections on human violence. The imagery in this book is extremely vivid, accumulating history, creating a chilling scene. I loved the way it dealt with generational trauma. It's not a theme I see often done. It's not really a theme that is looked upon while we're looking at a massacre, at a tragedy, at horrors that have been done in the past. We're not truly looking at the devastation that they have reaped into the people that are left behind and the people that are born after it, which is why I'm giving this book 5 stars, and I'm definitely really excited for other books by Han Kang. I can't wait to pick up the other books. I'm surprised that it only took me around 7.5 hours to read this book. I was listening to an audiobook the majority of the time, and it did speed up my reading speed in that way, but I did also read at the same time as I was listening to the audiobook. I just think it increases my comprehension. It makes it much easier for me to understand everything and immerse myself very well in a book. So if you're not doing that, I definitely recommend that. But for this video, that will be all. Thank you so much for joining in and watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!